Yes. Next type is type number 5. Collinear vectors. Collinear vectors. Collinear vector means vectors parallel to the given vector. If A is the given vector, let me draw the figure first. A is the given vector. Now any number of vectors having different magnitude but they are parallel to A are called collinear vectors. Don't imagine about collinear points in analytical geometry, because these are free vectors. Actually, B lies on the vector A itself, because it is a free vector. You can move anywhere. Free vector. C, that can also be moved to this. So, collinear vector means they are parallel vector to the given vector, having any magnitude, any direction. Opposite direction, same direction, whatever may be. Totally it should be parallel. Collinear, they are all parallel to the single line. Let me draw one line also so that we can say that. So to this line, all the three vectors are parallel, irrespective of their magnitude and direction. Right? Such vectors are collinear. So write that one. Two or more vectors are said to be collinear if they are parallel to the same line, irrespective of, this is important, irrespective of their magnitude and direction. Their magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. Figure already drawn here. They are parallel. Magnitudes are different, direction also different. Type number 6, like vectors. Like vectors. Like vector means they should parallel to each other and the direction should be same. Here any direction, any magnitude. Like vector, any magnitude, but the direction should be same. Right? Let me write that. Or before that, you draw the figure. Any number of vectors having same direction. A, B, C. Like vectors. Vectors having same direction. Irrespective of their magnitude. Vectors having same direction irrespective of their magnitude are called like vectors. Are called like vectors. Write carefully one by one types of vectors So that in the problem they straight away give that A and B are like vectors, then find the value of, like that they may ask. So before that you must know all the types of vectors before working out the problems. Seventh one is very clear. Like vector, next one is unlike vector. Unlike vector means it is not a like vector. Don't say like that. Why? If it is not a like vector, you may think about this one also. But this is not unlike vector. Like vector means same direction, parallel. Unlike vector means once again parallel, but direction opposite. Right? So, don't write unlike vectors are the vectors which are not like vectors. Don't write like that. In that case, you may have to consider this one also. Actually, these are not unlike vectors. So, let me write the definition clearly. Unlike vectors. Unlike vectors. Vectors having, before that better to draw the figure, no? A, B. Parallel but opposite in direction. Magnitude may be anything. A and B, A and C are unlike vectors. Don't say B and C are unlike vector. Better to write A and B are unlike. A and C are unlike. Don't say B and C are unlike, they are like vectors. Now write the definition. Vectors having opposite direction only. See, no other direction, quite opposite direction only. Opposite direction, irrespective of their magnitude, are called unlike vectors. Are called unlike vectors. Are called unlike vectors. Like vectors and unlike vectors. Type number 7 is over. Eighth type. Equal vectors. When do you say two vectors are equal? Equal vector means vectors having, that is already we have written, free vector means same thing, no? Free vector means you can draw anywhere without changing the direction and magnitude. All the direct segments represent the same vector. That is why they are equal. Similarly here, two vectors are said to be equal vector if and only if they have the same direction and they have the same magnitude. That's all. Any number of directed segment equal in magnitude and same in direction are all equal vectors. Anyway, let us write that one. Eighth one is equal vectors. Equal vectors. Vectors A and B, two vectors A and B are said to be equal, if they have the same magnitude. If they have the same magnitude. If they have the same magnitude and direction. Regardless of the position of the position of their initial and terminal points, regardless of the position of their initial and or initial, if it is changed, no problem. Initial point. Therefore, vector A is equal to vector B. Draw figure correctly. Even though the initial and end point, terminal points are different, length of the directed segments and the direction are the same. Therefore, vectors are always equal. Equal vector. Next, type number 9th one. Negative of a vector. Negative of a vector. Say, if A equal to AB is the given vector, A equal to AB is the given vector, then negative of the vector A is minus A, or minus AB, or BA. See this carefully. Initial point A, end point B. If you put minus, it is negative of this. If we interchange the initial and end point, then also it is negative of the vector. Initial point becomes B, end point A. A is the given vector. See. AB. Now, minus A is this one. Minus A. This is A, B. BA is minus A. Direction of the vector is opposite. You can write the negative of the vector by minus AB or BA. Magnitude of A and are the same. Magnitude of A and minus A are the same, but they are opposite in direction. That's all. Magnitude will be same, but they are opposite in direction. And type number 10, which is the last one. These are the 10 types of vectors, remember. 10th one. Position vector of the point. Position vector of the point. Now, just imagine a point in a two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system. X-axis, Y-axis, origin. Consider a point with the coordinate X and Y, let me call. In a two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate, point is represented by the order pair of number. Now remember, line joining the origin to that point, you get one particular vector which can be written either by this OP, see, initial point O, terminal point P. Given any point, join that point to the origin, you get a vector. It is called a position vector of the point P. This vector is there, no? OP is called position vector of P. Of the point, let me tell you, of the point P. Correct, no? OP is called position vector of the point P. Given any point in the two-dimensional or in three-dimensional, careful. Three-dimension also, you can imagine the vector in three-dimension also. Careful. Join the origin to that point. X, Y, one more coordinate. Now, this vector OP is called position vector of the point P. OP is called position vector of the point, once again, P. In two or three dimensional, axis is x-axis, y-axis, now one more axis, z-axis. Three-dimensional vector. Position vector of the point is nothing but vector obtained by joining the origin to that particular point. So, given point always the terminal point, remember. Origin is always initial point. Given point is always the terminal point. The vector obtained is nothing but is the position vector of that point. So, given any point there exists a position vector, remember. Three-dimension or two-dimension, whatever it may be. So far we are writing all the types of vectors, different types of vectors. Next part is properties of vector. How to add. As you have seen in the first example, see, 50 plus 25, in vector addition it may be 75 or it may be 25 or it may be something else when they are perpendicular to each other. Then how to add those two vectors? In scalars there is no problem at all. 25 plus 50, 75, finish. How to add two vectors having different directions? What is the magnitude of the sum? What will be the direction of the sum? Let us see one by one. So it is properties of vectors, right? Properties of vectors. Properties of vector. First one is addition. Addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. Properties of vector, let us discuss one by one. First is addition. How to add two vectors? When 50 unit of force is applied on the roller, 25 unit of another force is applied on the same roller, what will be the sum of two vector? It is 75 if they have same direction. It is 25 if they have opposite direction. If it is perpendicular to each other, sum will be dash. How to find that? Let us see that one. Addition of vector is, let me draw the geometrical method only. A is the first vector. B is another vector having different direction, magnitude. Don't show the same magnitude vector, something else. Okay. Now, adding two vector. What you have to do is, since the vector discussed in the entire topic are free vector, you can draw anywhere without changing direction and magnitude. Remember, you can do anywhere means you can't draw as you like. Condition is there. It should be same vector, so you must draw same vector like this. See? Let me draw here. Carefully it should be drawn. Remember, length and direction of this should be same. Then only it is A. Now, take the second vector so that its initial point coincide with the end point of the first. Carefully draw it. Correct, no? This vector is this. Shifted to that place. Exactly same vector B it is. Magnitude and direction should be same. But you have taken initial point of the second vector to coincide with the end terminal point of the first. Now, vector represented by initial point of the first vector, end point of the second vector is the sum of two vectors. Remember, this is A plus B. See the figure, method carefully. How to add two vectors. Shall I write the explanation? If A and B are two vectors, A and B are two vectors, then their sum A plus B is obtained as follows. As follows. How to find A plus B? Let me give the method correctly here. Consider the first vector A. Take the second vector B so that its initial point coincides with terminal point of A. Now the vector represented by the initial point of A vector represented by the initial point of A and terminal point of B is the vector A plus B. Write correctly. Write the explanation clearly. How to find A plus B. Correct? Let me take the second one. Addition. Second one is, instead of addition, subtraction. Of two vectors. Subtraction of two vectors. A minus B. But A minus B can be written as vector A, see it carefully, plus itself. Which one? Minus B. B, now if the direction is opposite, it is minus B. See? Instead of adding, subtracting B, let me add minus B, one and the same now. A minus B is exactly equal to A plus of minus B. So B is here, this is actually minus B. How to add the vector? How to add? Equal to, consider the first vector, okay, A. Consider the first vector A. Bring or take the second vector is not B now, this one. Second vector minus B, so that its initial point coincide with this. Careful. Initial point coincide with the terminal point of the first. So this is minus B. Actually you are adding. Then the initial point of the first and the terminal point of the second itself is sum of A and minus B, or it is A minus B. So actually you are adding two vector, nothing else. But you are adding not B, minus B you are adding. So you get A minus B, that's all. A minus B. Now you have to write this. I will change slide here. Consider the first vector A. Take the second vector B so that initial point of minus B. So that initial point of minus B coincide with the terminal point of A. Now the vector represented by initial point of A and terminal point of minus B is the vector A minus B. Only this is the change. So you can write yourself. Take the second vector B so that initial point of minus B coincide with the terminal point of A. Now the vector represented by the initial point of A and terminal point of minus B is the vector A minus B. Only that is the change, because you are adding the vector itself. So that finishes second property, addition of vector and subtraction of two vectors. Draw the figure and explanation correctly.